this is Steve Segura for ECTV, and today we have a special segment with the East Chicago Fire Department, and we have Chief Carpenter, Damian Carpenter,
yes,
and Jose Campos, who is the Chief Inspector, correct?
Yes, yes.
Thank you for joining us here today, and welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Today we're going to talk about something important. They have a new program that they are rolling out for carbon monoxide detectors and fire alarms, correct?
Correct.
Now, this program is a joint effort between the fire department, the Red Cross, and NIPSCO, who I believe have donated some of these wonderful units, correct?
That's absolutely correct.
All right. Well, at this time, I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Campos, and he's going to explain the program to you and tell you all about it.
Hello, Chicago. I'm here to talk to you today about our smoke detector program. We've been fortunate to be partnered with the Red Cross and NIPSCO. Basically, our program entails is for our residential citizens, homeowners in East Chicago, and basically you call the number to the fire department. We will come out, install the smoke detectors for you and the carbon monoxide detectors. We will assist you with placement. The recommendation is 1 per floor. Also, I want to talk a little bit about maintaining your smoke detectors. So usually you want to check your smoke detectors every week, push the test button, make sure they're working. You also want to, at a minimum, at least once a month, and changing the batteries. So you want to change it every 6 months, and we just had daylight savings, so you should change your batteries now, and then 6 months when we go with daylight savings, change them again.
Excuse me.
Yes.
And how good are smoke detectors? How long do they last?
Generally, they last about 10 years, Chief.
Okay.
But you can check yours, and if you have smoke detectors already installed, make sure you check on the back to make sure that it's not expired, because sometimes people get older detectors, they just keep putting batteries in and don't check. So they have a shelf life. The older ones usually 6 years, the newer ones 10
And they
years.
can check on the back or on the inside, and they'll have
Yes,
the date.
yes, it'll be a service date on the back, so you take it off the wall, take a look, check your service date, make sure that it's still in compliance.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And so if a person doesn't have a working smoke detector, or they have one that's 10 years or older, then they can give us a call.
Yes.
And we're partnering with the Red Cross Network, and we'll come out and install the smoke detectors for you.
Okay.
And so these last 10 years, the batteries are good for 10 years on these. So you don't have to, you still want to check it twice a year, but you don't have to change the batteries per se.
Right. Okay. Also, to go with the smoke detectors, this is huge. Smoke detectors are your first line of defense in a home fire. You want to make sure that you have an escape plan. That's huge. Make sure you have an escape plan. Once you come out, do not dial 911 from inside the house. Make sure you get out safely, then dial 911. And the most important thing with this, do not return. Once you get outside the house, do not return into the building for any reason. Wait for the fire department to come, or whoever shows up, if it's the police. Let them know what's happening. Let them know where. Try to be accountable for everybody. If somebody is missing, make sure you let the person know where they last were, but do not try to go back inside the building for anything. Also, going into the holidays, we want to talk a little bit about a few safety tips. Space heaters, that's a big thing. Space heaters, make sure that you have a 3-foot clearance with your space heater. So if you have one in your living room, make sure you have, and what I mean by that is make sure there's nothing there within 3 feet. No couches, no blankets, no clothes, anything like that. Also with the space heater, do not leave it unattended. Do not leave the room with the space heater still on. Make sure if you're going to leave the room or leave the home, unplug your space heater. Your space heater also needs to be plugged directly into the wall. Okay.
So no extension cords?
No extension cords.
No power strips?
No power strips.
It has to go directly into the wall, into the outlet.
Right into the outlet. Another thing also with that, Chief, is we want to make sure that they're not putting the cord underneath rugs or any clothes or anything like that. You want to have the wire coming out from the wall to the space heater uncovered, and the reason being those space heaters pull a lot of power. That cord gets hot, and if it's covered, it will start a fire, and we don't want that.
Well, this time of year, we have people who use the stove to heat their house. Just a little bit, just a little extra.
Yeah, and that's not recommended. That's no-go with that, because again, it's unattended, and also you're putting carbon monoxide into the air when you do that.
Well, won't they be able to smell the carbon monoxide?
No, you cannot. Carbon monoxide is odorless. You have the carbon monoxide detector here for that. So when you put your carbon monoxide, you want to make sure if you have it, put it like close to your kitchen, like not in the kitchen, but somewhere nearby. So that way, if you have a leak with your stove or anything like that, or you know a leak when you're cooking that turkey or whatever, make sure that the carbon monoxide detector is close by so it can alert you. That's a big thing.
So carbon monoxide is an odorless,
it's odorless,
tasteless, and colorless gas, and it can be detected by the human body, except when you fall asleep, and then yeah, you might be taking that long nap.
Yeah, and we don't want that. So
yes.
Also, we want to talk about the holidays with Christmas trees. If you get a real tree this year, you want to make sure that you keep the tree hydrated. And what I mean by that is, at the bottom of the trees, they'll have like a little bowl, and you want to make sure the water stays in it. Don't have the pets drinking out of it, or it gets kicked over or something like that. Make sure you're checking it every day to make sure that it's water there. And the reason being is, those real trees will dry out, and a tree, once it gets, you put lights on it or whatever kind of decorations, the lights might get hot and start that tree on fire, and now you have a big problem because those trees take off real fast and they burn very hot. So also another thing with that, make sure that if you go to bed, unplug the tree. I know you might have put all the work into it and make it look nice and have the window open. Everybody likes to do that, but when you're sleeping, nobody's there to monitor that tree. So make sure you unplug your Christmas tree, all the decorations with it, or if you leave the house and it's unattended, make sure you unplug it.
And so what number can they call if they need a fire department, a fire smoke detector from the fire department, or need a carbon monoxide detector from the fire department? And I'll just take a moment to thank NIPSCO for this grant. It's been several years since we've had the ability to give people carbon monoxide detectors. So we want homeowners to call. If you have an older one, if you don't have one, please call. It's coming up to furnace season, and that's also a cause, or can be a cause of carbon monoxide. So we want people to have these. We want everyone here in the city to be safe. And so just make sure you give us a call. What's that number, Chief Campos?
It is 219-391-8472. Make sure you can call anytime, Monday through Friday. We're there. After hours, you can call as well, and they will leave a message for us. So don't feel like it's too late if you're interested in our smoke detector program. Call at any time. We will take your name down. We will definitely get back to you.
And when you call, someone's going to set an appointment, and we're going to work with your schedule so that you'll be home, or someone can be home and let us there. And we'll come, we'll install it for you, we'll put it up for you. So that's one of the things you have to worry about, so you can enjoy the holidays safely with your family.
Well, thank you, Chiefs, very much
Thank you,
for
Steve.
all this informative information. Now, is there any qualification to get these, or can anybody get them?
We're focusing on homeowners, so that's what we want to focus on. That's what we're concentrating on.
Okay.
If someone is in need, give us a call. We want everyone to be protected.
Okay.
Absolutely.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you for all those holiday tips. Thank you for reestablishing this wonderful program. This was always one of my favorite programs, and you actually jarred my memory that now I'm going to go back to my home and look at my old
Yeah, and if not, give us a call. We'll bring you some smoke detectors.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, I appreciate that, guys. You guys have a wonderful,
You too.
safe holiday.
Thanks for having us.
And
Thank you.
if you got any questions, just look us up at www.eastchicago.com or visit us on our Facebook page for more information about this and many other programs that the City of East Chicago has to offer.